everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Well, here we find ourselves at the end of April. How did that happen? Time goes so fast, the older you get, it just kind of speeds up. It's like going downhill or something and just rolls faster and faster. So this week, what I have for you is for the last, I've been doing stamp camps. My daughter's almost 28. I've been probably doing in-person stamp camps for 25, 26 years. 26 at least, because she was a baby when I started doing them. And I think I've only missed, we missed one during COVID. I have hardly missed them. So we've been doing them forever. And I did last Friday, I had my camp. So the projects I'm going to try to get filmed today are all but one. I had pre-filmed one before camp. So I'm going to do 5 of them. And I'm going to see if I can get all five filmed today. So a lot of those are from the mini catalog that ends at the end of June. And then on a couple of them, we did maybe half of them, I used some new stuff mixed in. So you'll have a little bit of preview. So today's project, I am going to use a set from the mini. There's no new product on it today, but I'm going to show you my Try It class and kind of how that figures into it. So a couple of things. You have until May 2nd to order anything. I don't have that catalog laying here because right now it's like catalog overload. You have till May 2nd to order anything out of the other annual catalog. That's the 2021-2022 catalog. If you did not get this one in the mail and you're my customer or you don't have the tracking to show that one's coming, let me know. And I saw that I had a couple of new people order in the last couple of days. I don't tend to work over the weekend, and I didn't work this weekend. Well, I worked in the garden. We did some family stuff, but I will get those catalogs. If you're new to me, those will go out this week. But if I missed you and you mostly do online classes from me and you didn't see that one's on the way, just let me know and I'll pop one in the mail to you. So these are on the way. But what I'm going to do for you now is from the mini catalog. I'm going to use the flowering rain boots, but I wanted to show you because I have about 10 spots left in my Try It class. So we're just about filled. And those will fill before I had the registration open through May 1st, and it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it till May 1st. But if you go to this tutorial, which is up on my channel, then you will see my Try It class. And this one goes into a little bit more detail than I'm going to go in today. But with my Try It class, I do one for every new catalog. So this one is the annual catalog. We will do 12 projects. It's online. There's 2 ways that you can participate. You can do the way that you get the packet, and you'll have everything that you need because we don't do any stamping. Now, if you want to add some stamps later and put some sentiments on occasion, I haven't designed the projects yet. Today, I'm hoping to get, one of them is kind of designed because my husband's going to start doing the die cuts and punches and stuff. But if there's any stamping, it's just you adding it afterwards. So you don't need stamps. You don't need a die cut machine. Any of the die cutting punches, folders, any of that's run through will come to you pre-done. So you're just following along and cutting. You'll need a paper trimmer. You'll need a scoring blade or a bone folder, whatever you use to do that. And then adhesives, and then a way to watch my videos, which obviously if you're watching this, you have that. And then all of them always come with a PDF. Most of my classes, online classes, don't come with a PDF because I do videos and I don't really like making the PDFs, but I put a lot of time and effort into these. So you can see it's a booklet. And the reason is like that you always get a little, it just flipped upside down for you, because the magic of iPads. We'll see if I turn it, if it stays. So always you'll have this page here in your PDF that you can always click, and you'll always have access to in this case, 12 videos. Well, there's probably going to be 6. I try to do 2 projects in each video. And then you have a picture and the measurements, especially if you want to recreate them in the future, because they're all templates. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Today's card is kind of a template. So because the point of them is there are 12 cards, and we will do 12 papers. Like this one was the Peaceful Cabin. It had new ribbons. They'll have new embellishments. They will have, this one had a new die. It had that Peaceful Cabin die. I loved this card. This one had the Halloween. So this one, they had punches, This was the Harvest Meadow. This was an annual catalog, so there was just 10 a holiday catalog. But because they're template based, you can pull this back out, and whenever you just need a template for a card, you don't have to have the exact same thing. So you can see this one uses one of the new ones. This may be the exact same card that you get. Everybody may have a little bit different because I can only do so many packages of papers, but this is the new, I think it's called He's the Man. I don't know. I don't remember. It's on the video. But it has new embellishments. This one didn't have a new ribbon because for pre-order, we didn't have a lot of new ribbon. Today, I'm going to show you this card template will be included in the PDF. This is not the card because this is not new stuff, because I'm using the Flowering Rain Boots, which is in the January to June mini catalog. And then I'm going to use the tulip paper. But we are going to use this card. I already know what paper we're using with it. I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to do the class to see it. And there will be a lot more than one piece because I try to get as many pieces on your project as possible so you can see as many projects. There will be a new ribbon and there will be new embellishments. On this card, it's not new stuff. It's stuff mainly from the January to June. There are so many catalogs, it hurts my head sometimes trying to get the right name. So this is a piece of Highland Heather. We're going to fold it in half. And then if you watch my videos, you know that I am a fan of not needing measurements when you don't need them, but I always give them to you in the PDF for the Try It class. So we have this, and then I'm going to just stick this in here, and I'm going to use the paper cutter part, not just the scorer. I'm going to lay it where you have the fold and then to the corner. And then get the scoring blade out of the way. Kind of moved it because I'm trying to let you see it and the angle is not great for me. There we go. So we're going to make a pocket card. And a lot of times these may be things that you've seen before. Now on this one, I'm going to switch it up when we do the class because I want to add more paper. This one just has one piece of this fun tulip paper. I love this paper. So we've cut that the same way corner to corner. And then for this right now is a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. I need it to be a little bit smaller because right now it is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and we want to make a pocket to slide in. So I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. You can almost leave it 4 1/4 if you want. I'm just going to take off a little, maybe 4 1/8. So just take off a little bit because I do want it to stick up all the way to the top. So there's our pieces. A lot of times in my videos, I already have the stuff cut, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So let's do our putting it together. So for this one, you're going to create your pocket. Oh, a lot of my stuff is still in buckets and I didn't get my bone folder out. So this one is the one I use for my ink pads, obviously, and I can tell when I pull it out, it doesn't have the pretty on the top, which is my free gift with purchase this month. So you're going to create a pocket. So this is the piece we cut off. We're going to put that here, but we may need to flip it because what happened at camp was a lot of times they're like, mine's backwards. Because if you cut it and it was this way and you look at it, then you're like, it's backwards. It's just a puzzle. You just fit it together till it fits your paper. Because see, it depends on how your paper goes, the direction that you want it. So mine's going to go like this. And when it's like this, then it is the way that I created my first card. Now there is no wrong or right, because if you wanted to go the other way and have other paper be the other sides, you can always flip it this way. But a lot of times when you are in an event, you want your thing to look exactly the way that the other person did it. But you can see how people get confused because you're like, oh, mine's backwards. So if you don't want this dark piece here, you can flip that around and you don't have the dark piece here. So I'm going to go with this, and that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to do my stamping now. This is such a quick card and it's so cute. So let's go with the Highland Heather. I'm going to stamp the Rain Boots. Now the Rain Boot set does come with dies. I'm not using any of the dies on this card. It's just a quick and easy card. It's great for Mother's Day or graduation or a birthday where you just maybe want to stick a little gift card in with it. put this over here. And now here's this little panel that we created. And I've got shaded spruce. And for my colors, I just pulled out colors that were on this piece of paper. So I'll put that there so you can kind of see how I chose my colors. So easy. And literally, if you wanted to make these and take them to a nursing home and just make a bunch for that. I know one of the girls at camp has been making things for the troops for one of the bakeries in town. They send stuff. And she does thank you cards. These are so super easy and you can just send them. And then let's do, so that shaded spruce, let's do Blackberry Bliss for the color at the top. And this says rain or shine, I'm here for you. I'll put up here at the top and I'm gonna put it to the side so I'll have some place to put my embellishments. And then let's go fresh freesia for our flowers. And obviously we've got the tulips. So this paper matches this stamp set perfectly. It's not designed, like it's not together right there in the catalog and it's not part of the same little suite, but it matches perfectly. And these go right here. And then let's go back to our Highland Heather. And get our rain can. The other thing I like about sets like these I haven't done a lot of talking today except for my cats. I guess I didn't call my daughter does call every day on her way to work. But a lot of times she does a lot of the talking. So there we have just lots of our fun purples. And you know, when the new in colors come, you'll have a couple of more fun purples that you can use. So now we just have to stick this together. Just glue this on. And this was cut 5.5 by 4. So I'm going to put it right up to the edge, and then a little bit of that may stick off because it was 5.5, but I wanted to fill it as much as possible. So if you need to take your snips, you can snip that off. And then I'm going to put this one over here, and it'll be the same where you might want to snip a little bit off. But I wanted to fill as much of this panel as I could. And when I do the Try It class videos, I will show you every piece of paper before we do the video. So even though you might not get all 6 designs, or some, you know, like last time they threw that new packet of paper in that was the 4x6. I haven't really looked on this one, but you get to see them all even if you don't get every sheet. So this, you want to go just right up against the edge because, you know, we want to stick that pocket in here. So first we're going to add this. And again, right along the edge. And then I'm just going to go back over here right along the edge. And this can be a little bit higher because the pocket's going to be inside. Flip that over. And now for our embellishments. So if you were doing the Try It, this would be new embellishments. And the reason I came up with this class a couple of years ago, and it's always my most popular class now, because I know a lot of people do, they call them like paper shares or ribbon shares, and I did not leave any, took all my scissors downstairs. Let me see if I can find it here. And in those sheer things, you get, you know, 4x6 or however they do it. And I did them a long time ago. It's been a while since I've done it because I would do them. And, you know, it's a lot of work to divide them all up. And then if people have to either come and pick them up or you have to have, you know, mail them. And it's pricey to mail them. So we're paying shipping on them twice because we get them to us and then you mail them again. And then my customers stopped getting them. And I was like, do you not want to do these anymore? And they're like, I have, you know, 6 catalogs worth of stacks of cut up paper and I haven't used them. So this way, it's actually a Try It class. So after you're done with the Try It class, and I hope that you do it, you know, within the first couple of weeks of getting all of your videos, This is the only class where I give you a target date, but it's hard for me because I can't order a lot of the supplies until the day the actual catalog goes live. But I hope that you finished them fairly soon, because that way you've tried all the papers, you've felt all the ribbons, you've seen all the embellishments, and you know what appeals to you. And then you have 12 usable cards, and then lots of usable templates that you can use when you order all of the stuff that appeals to you. And the stuff that you didn't like, you don't have stacks of it sitting there and spools of it, or, you know, yards of ribbon that you're not going to use because it wasn't your taste and it didn't go with something else. So this way you get it, you try it, and if it's not your thing, you still had a card that you can send somebody or gift to somebody and use. So these are the iridescent. These are not the ones we used at camp because I couldn't find them. So we used the classic matte dots, and I'll show you those too. But these are in the January to June mini catalog. And once I started moving all my stuff around, I looked forever for them. And then they were right there where I was looking. I'm just gonna add 3 of them here, and then they'll show out the top. So this just slides right in here. And you want to see, this is why you don't want to have a whole lot of adhesive right there. And if you just kind of work it down the first time, in that kind of anything that's maybe overhanging a little bit will kind of tear itself away. If you found that it's too big, you can just take this card out and cut it down a fraction. And if I was you, I would slide this in before you do all the stamping. That way, if it's not going to fit, you'll know. So there's that one. Here's my other one. It's exactly the same, except for the fact that it has been kind of pried apart at camp so they could see what was going on with it and how to put it together. And then these are the white, the classic matte dots. And we did 3 of those. These show up a tiny bit better, but I like them both. They both work. How many of you do that, where you look and look and look and look for something, and then you're like, well, it was right there all along. And this one, you can see it folded the other way. My fold's here just to get the paper to go the direction that you want it to go. So if you're interested for the Try It class, I will have the link underneath this video. It will fill, and I can't do any more because my husband, literally, it takes every table surface in our house, in my dining room and my kitchen, for when we make the packets, and that is the limit of the number that we can have. So once it reaches that limit, I can't do any more. Can't even add one more. And a lot of times that means buying, you know, a whole nother spool of ribbon, a whole new pack of designer series paper. And then once you do the one, you wouldn't want to do one because you'd want to use it all up, and it just grows from there. So we figured out the number that we could do, and that's the number we can do. And we're at last count, it was about 10. I haven't figured it exactly. I will do that though. And then once I get to that number, I'll just take the link away. So if you're interested in doing it, I'll put the link down below. Join my email list, and then the link's always in there as well. Everybody have a great day, and I have lots of fun projects for you this week, so make sure you check back. Take care. Bye.